Hey guys, it's Kenton Becker, American Pacific Mortgage. I am here to talk about FHA financing. Now, FHA has always kind of been known as the easier loan to qualify for. Generally with FHA, you can have a lower credit score. It allows for higher debt to income ratio requirements. Overall, FHA is just a little bit easier loan to get approved for. However, there are still some situations where you may not be able to approve with FHA, even if you do meet the minimum requirements. FHA has rolled out recently a new ability that will help your chances to approve for an FHA loan, and it has to do with your rental history. One of the things that a loan officer can do is if they run into an issue where they're trying to get an automated approval through FHA and they keep getting turned down or getting an ineligible for the findings on your approval, they can actually use your rental history to help aid that approval along and give a better chance of being approved. There's a couple rules here though. The first is you need to make sure your credit score is over 620 to be able to utilize some of these advantages. Also, at least one borrower on the loan must be a first-time home buyer and be able to provide 12 months of on-time payment history. What if you had a late payment? What if you missed a payment on your rental history? Well, that's the thing. We don't have to include that rental history, so it won't count against you. But if you have good rental history, it can help count towards your ability to qualify for this new loan. Also, you must be able to provide at least one of the following. First, you either need to provide a written verification of rent from a landlord. Now, this can't be a business or a family member, or you can provide 12 months of canceled rent checks. So if you actually pay your rent with a check, you could provide that instead. Or you can provide 12 months of a bank or payment service, similar to like Venmo or Cash App or something like that. Or lastly, you could provide an actual landlord reference if it's a property management company. Or maybe you're in an apartment or you're renting from a property management company. You could actually provide them as a reference to show your 12-month rental history. And honestly, the main benefit here is it can just help your ability to approve for the loan. Again, FHA has pretty broad guidelines to begin with, and it does end up being one of the more easier loans to qualify for, but sometimes we still just run into issues. If you have less credit history or maybe less employment history or just not a lot of assets or reserves in the bank, using some of this rental history to try to help strengthen the file is one way that we can help to get you an approval as a new home buyer. Also, one of the main reasons that FHA is doing this is because they recognize that the rental history and proof of your payments can sometimes be a better indication of you making your house payment. Sometimes it's a better indication even than what your credit score reflects. The rental history can play a big factor, and it's something that we have started to use if we have a borrower that's having a hard time approving for a loan. Hopefully that may help you. I would say that if you have tried to purchase a home in the past using FHA financing and you meet those requirements, 620 credit score, you're a first-time home buyer, and at the end of the day, you do have good rental history. If you were turned down from financing, give me a call. We can take a look at it. We can run through some options and try to use the rental history to help you approve for an FHA loan. Thanks so much for joining me on this week's tip. If you know of somebody that this could impact, share this video with them. Comment below if you have any questions, and thanks again for joining me. Have a good one.